Hello. Thank you for being here today, ladies. I appreciate it. And today is one that you all need to listen to because digestion is huge. I know you don't like talking about it. You don't like talking about poop, but we're going to talk about poop today. We're going to talk about gas, bloating, a distended belly, just being uncomfortable down here, and the things that you can do to fix it. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. Welcome. Again, my name is Cynthia Williams. I specialize in working with women on these hormonal changes and fluctuations that come as we hit 35, 40, 45, and beyond. One of those being digestion. That is a huge complaint, issue, trouble that most women have when they start working with me. And it's due to hormonal fluctuations, it's due to stress, changes in diet, sleep, all these things that compound and can affect our digestion. But our digestion tells us a ton about how we are doing. I mean, think about it, ladies. If you're a mom and you had a little baby, what did you watch daily? You watched those diapers, right? You looked at those diapers to make sure that your kid was pooping and peeing like it was supposed to so that you knew all things were functioning properly. That should not change. You should be pooping and peeing every day, and we should be monitoring that to make sure that it is normal, regular digestion. So, what is normal, regular digestion? This is the Bristol chart. This is what I use with my clients to have them track their daily bowel movements to know if it's something that we need to work on, if it's something that we need to fix, and to know how overall they're doing, what they're eating, drinking, their sleep, their stress, how it's affecting them, because it's going to show up in your digestion. It's one of the quickest and easiest things to look at to know I need to make some changes, or hey, I'm doing okay. So here you can see number 1 and 2. This is considered constipation. So maybe you do go daily, but you're a 1 or a 2, you're constipated. It's not normal. There is some work there to be done. Maybe you're a 5, 6, or 7. This is hyperbowels, loose stool. Again, we're not absorbing nutrients and minerals. Things are passing way too quickly through us due to inflamed colon, bowel, whatever it may be. There's some work to do. Ideal is number 3 and 4. This is where you should be every single day. And ideally we get it like clockwork, like you go the same time every single day. That is optimal and that is ideal when it comes to digestion. If you go every single day and it's a 3 or 4, and maybe it's Monday at 8 a.m. and Tuesday at 9 p.m., okay, you're going at that 3 or 4, it's still great. But optimal would be a regular schedule, just like your sleep schedule, your eat schedule, everything else that you do gets on a nice circadian cycle. And we want that with digestion as well. So what can we do to improve digestion? Number 1 is water. Are you consuming enough water? You should be consuming around 100 ounces of water a day. Again, that's dependent on your activity level, etc. These are just gray area lines that I'm throwing out here to you. It is not specific. Should it be any less than 100? Not really, but could it be more? Absolutely. The key with your water, though, is that making sure that you are having a serving of electrolytes a day with that. If you don't want to buy electrolytes or you don't have electrolytes, you can just do some salted water. You can take some sea salt, put it in some water and drink it and get that sodium in. We want that sodium because it helps the water actually move into the cells. It helps the cells open up, allow the water, the sodium into the cells so that the cells can function as they're supposed to. You may have noticed if you've drank a whole bunch of water, but you're not getting enough of the electrolytes in, you're still thirsty. That's a sign that you are not getting enough nutrients and minerals and vitamins with your water, with your food throughout the day to help your body stay properly hydrated. We need that hydration to help with digestion. Think of it kind of as a lubricant of sorts up and down your colon into your large intestine, your small intestine, etc., to help move that food that has been broken down along. It's a nice assist with our digestion, and it's one of the easiest things that you can do, especially if you are a 1 or a 2 on the Bristol chart, constipated, is increasing your water intake and notice an improvement in your digestion. Number 2 is making sure that your diet is mostly whole foods. Whole foods are incredibly easy for the body to break down, process, distribute, utilize. It is much easier to break down a potato than it is a bag of potato chips. You want to ideally stick to foods that are one ingredient foods most of the time, right? By what I mean by one ingredient food, chicken. The only ingredient chicken is chicken. Apple. The only ingredient apple is apple. Corn, potato, carrot, lettuce, things like that. They are very what we call bioavailable. Again, meaning easy to be broken down and digested versus a box of crackers that's going to have anywhere from 5 to 30 ingredients on it. It is going to take much longer to break down and process those crackers than it would a potato, for example. Not saying you can't have these types of foods, but they should be minimal amounts of those foods and really sticking to whole foods. When we're sticking to those whole foods, we're also going to get an uptake in our fiber, which we all know is huge for digestion, right? So focusing on berries and vegetables, legumes, beans, sprouted grains, things like that, those good sources of carbohydrates that contain a lot of fiber are really going to make a difference in your digestion. Number 3 is salting your foods. Salt is not bad for us, folks. It's not bad for us. It gets a bad rap because of the foods that it's attached to. It's actually the highly processed, sugary, additive-filled foods that salt typically is in that causes the issue. Salt in and of itself is not bad for you. Like I said earlier in point 1, you need salt for your body to function. You need it for these cells to move in and out. If you're going to work out, you need salt. Salt makes those muscles contract. Salt is good for us. So salting your foods, when you eat them, actually will stimulate enzymes to help break down the food as it passes through your stomach, into your intestines, and on its way out. So a little bit of salt can go a long way with helping with digestion. Number 4 is another easy one to incorporate. It's move after you eat. I'm not saying go get a workout in. I'm not saying you need to run a 5K or go do a boot camp class. What I'm saying is you just need to move. Like if you're at the office, take a lap around the office. If you can get outside, take a lap around the office building outside after you've eaten your lunch. Walk the building, go fill up your water bottle, go to the restroom. 5 to 10 minutes of light movement will help with gas, will help with bloat, will help with digestion, will reduce the effect of having a food belly after you eat, and it will help to improve your digestion. If you're at home and you go do a load of laundry, vacuum the floor, do the dishes, take a lap around the house outside, I don't know, whatever it is that you can do in whatever area you're in after you've eaten, just don't eat and sit. That will contribute to a slow and sluggish digestive tract. Number 5 is chew slowly. This again is an easy one to incorporate. You just have to make yourself aware of it. Many of us are go, right? You're eating in your car on your way to work. You're eating your snacks, picking your kids up from school, dropping them off at practice. You're eating just running from meeting to meeting. However your day looks for you, you're eating on the go. Which I understand. I mean, life is life, but you've got to chew slowly. If you are taking bites of food, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bites, you still have a pretty good, what they would call, it's called the bolus when it's food at that point. You have a pretty good bolus still in your mouth and you swallow that down. You are just going to slow down your digestion more and you are going to give yourself gas, bloat, that distended belly after you eat. You're going to make yourself have that food belly and that is no fun. Chew slowly and chew thoroughly with your food. Number 6 is adding in digestive enzymes. This is one that can help a lot, and I will do with clients a lot, especially those that are constipated, to help break down food and improve the efficiency of their digestion. I will link some of my favorite digestive enzymes down below, but these can be added in, especially when you're trying to increase your fiber intake. A big complaint clients will have when they're trying to increase their fiber is an increase of bloat and gas when they start bringing on different vegetables and things like that. It's completely normal, especially when you're increasing your consumption of it. Your body will become more efficient and adapt to digesting and breaking down those foods. That's your body's goal with everything, is to improve efficiency. So if you are consistently and chronically eating good sources of fiber, your body will get way better at breaking it down. So hang in there, Add in some digestive enzymes if you're finding certain foods bother you or you're having a harder time digesting them. Put some digestive enzymes in there. Make sure you're chewing it thoroughly, salting it, drinking water, moving, etc. All of that with there, and it will get better. But digestive enzymes can be a very nice bridge in that point of trying to help you increase your food quality intake without having so much of the gas and the bloat that can come along with it, especially with things like broccoli or leafy greens and things like that we definitely should be eating. We just need a little bit of a period to transition to letting our body get used to eating more of those types of foods. Last but not least, and I saved this one for last because this should be an absolute last resort. If though you are a 5, 6, or 7 on the Bristol chart, this is not for you. You do not add this in. This will only make things worse for you. But if you are a 1 or 2, you are severely constipated, you are only having a bowel movement 2, 3, 4 times a week, magnesium citrate can be a great supplement to throw in there to help break up the constipation and get you moving again. You have to be doing the other things too. You cannot go straight to taking magnesium citrate without improving chewing slowly, the food quality, drinking water, etc., because it won't resolve. You'll have to constantly rely on this magnesium citrate, and that in and of itself can cause issues. It is not meant to be taken long-term and as a crutch of sorts to help you go to the potty on a day-to-day basis. But it can be what I call like a breakthrough supplement, where I'm literally trying to break through this wall of constipation with clients, help them go while we're working on all these other lifestyle factors to improve their digestion and the function of their digestive tract on its own. So you can look at starting with magnesium citrate. You can start with like 200 milligrams, take it at night, about 30 minutes before you go to bed, when we're in that rest and digest state, sleeping in bed. Let your body do its natural thing and take it, I would give a week or so of taking it and trying it and see if it doesn't start to increase morning activity for you and make you feel better with your food. If you start to feel better, then you want to slowly try to wean yourself off of that while again working on all those other lifestyle factors to improve your digestion. These were my 7 tips to help you improve digestion. I hope you give them a try, especially if you find yourself that you are in the 1s or the 2s or the 5, 6, or 7 on the Bristol chart. These will help you to feel better, but realize nothing is overnight, especially if you've been having this digestive issue for an extended period of time. I would say months to maybe even years. It is not going to get fixed overnight. There is some serious work that needs to be done in there. So you have to be consistent with it and do it over and over and over again, and it will get better. But just know, women, you should have a bowel movement every single day, especially as you're going into peri and post menopause, to help you regulate that hormones or excrete excess hormones that you may have during that time, as we tend to go high estrogen, especially in the early stages of perimenopause, and it could throw you into estrogen dominance, and we need to flush that excess estrogen. That's a whole different talk. I'm sidetracking. Anyways, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. See you in the next one. Bye.